Ja.
Hey, hey! Evening, everybody!
Alan, it looked like you're your own slave in a way. You're driving the car, the guys in the band, you're your own roadies.
Yes, I just like to do it all. I feel closer to the people that way. Yes, I mean, well, yeah, I do the driving. We lift all the gear into. We don't have the luxury of having our roadies yet, but one day.
You've become known with the Nimmo brothers. Now started King. Why that?
Well, King was started by the bass player and myself, Lindsay. Lindsay was the original bass player with Nimmo brothers, and after a few years, we obviously stayed in touch, stayed friends, and decided that we wanted to do a small side project to the Nimmo brothers, and luckily enough, it actually took off, and we gained a lot of interest in it. So it's now become a bit of a rival to my own band.
You did a band again, so it seems like you prefer working in the frame of a band.
I do. I like the camaraderie of a band. I like travelling with the guys and having a laugh, and I think it's good for morale as well. I think everyone together, and I like the sound of the music that we play. It obviously works better with a band rather than a solo on my own, sitting on a stage on my own.
You're writing the songs, so most of the songs together with Lindsay.
Yes, yes. We sort of he reluctantly joins in with the writing process. I have to force him to help. Sometimes it's nice just to, if I'm writing songs, it's nice to have someone else there to bat ideas back and forth, and sometimes it works for a nice formula.
You did a cover version by John Hyatt on the first album. On the new album, you have Frankie Miller, another guy from Glasgow, and you had Free. They were very influential for you.
Oh yes. Both Free and Frankie Miller were big influences for me. Growing up in Glasgow, obviously, Frankie Miller was one of the heroes in music for all of us kids. Everyone wanted to do well like he did, and Free, my mother played me Fire and Water when I was a kid. She said, "Listen to this," and I just remember standing at the record player, just in amazement with my, I thought it was wonderful, and I've been a fan ever since.
It's often that parents are influential in a way, but in your case it seems that your mother was more important than your father's taste.
Yes, I think. Well, she was. My father was a singer, and he played in sort of club bands around Glasgow and things. And the kind of music that he was performing was just sort of what was relevant at the time and for functions and different kind of parties. But my mom she's the blues fan, and she introduced me to Peter Green, Fleetwood Mac, B.B. King, Eric Clapton, and free.
Your guitar player started very early. You're playing Stratocaster and Les Paul, which is a quite unusual mixture. It's either the one or the other.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some people sort of swear by one or the other, but I started out playing Les Paul obviously because I was a free fan. Paul Kossoff was one of my favourite guitar players, along with Peter Green and stuff. So I started playing Les Paul, and then as years developed and my musical taste developed as well, along with lots of different kind of blues like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimmy Vaughan, Ronnie Earl, guys like that, and sort of blues world, I started trying to play a Stratocaster too, and now I enjoy the mix of both. It's great for songwriting, and it creates a different sound on stage for different things.
The new album's got the title Standing in the Shadows. Whose shadow?
Well, do you know what? You're the first person to ask this about the title of the album. I suppose it was a kind of it's kind of describing how we felt over the years in terms of how playing and performing and trying to gain a bit of success, and sort of almost after many years of doing this, sort of standing in the background watching everyone else come forward and do very well, and I think it was about just saying, like, you know, we've been standing in the shadows of everyone else for too long. Now it's my turn. You know,
you've left the shadows, mate. Yet huge success media-wise in the UK. You got the Brit Blues Awards, Blues Meta Awards, and so. How do you feel about those things?
It's very flattering. It's great. It's amazing to get those kind of accolades from, especially from fans. And it's nice to know that your music is appreciated by the people who watch and listen to you, and it's very nice, and I couldn't be more pleased about getting the awards, and also and it's great to take to places like Europe, and people sort of seem to pay a bit more attention now to, you know, oh, award-winning band, oh great. People will give us a gig now.
Have you been to Germany with the Nimmo brothers before?
No, we haven't. No, the first time I've been to Germany was with King just at the end of last year. We came over for the first time, and I think this is only our 4th or 5th show in Germany altogether. But Nimmo brothers will be coming out to Germany in January, I do believe.
You're already playing at the Rother Bluestagen. It's kind of awarding too.
Yeah, it's great. It's just like I say, we've only been here a handful of times in Germany, and we've been looked after so well, and we've been met with such great reception too, and the fans have been so great, just appreciating what we do, and it's nice to go to a place for the first time and have a full room. There's sometimes in Great Britain you don't. It's harder to get that, and I think that shows how special the fans are here in this country, because they're the music lovers, and they come out and give a band a chance, even if they don't particularly know them that well to begin with. And hopefully we'll impress, and they'll come back with all of their friends.
Right. Last question, may you asked, I guess, in each interview, is the band's name, King, quite unusual?
Well, The name, I mean, there's a few different meanings. Obviously, the name King sort of relates to all the greats, B.B. King, Albert King, Freddie King, all those guys, all heroes of mine. And but also the main reason why I wanted to call the band King was there was one of my favourite blues bands who are no longer around, were a band called the Red Devils. And I'm sure that people over here know exactly who that band were. And they had an album that was titled King, which was a famous blues club in Los Angeles, which sadly burned down to the ground. And I just thought, well, I think it's a fitting name for a band, and it's a nice tribute to all of the artists named King and relating to the word King and King that I've appreciated and learned from over the years.